have to stop looking at myself, but I can't because I look so good. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Helen, and today we are going to be doing a very fun video. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. I am going to be doing a massive Milani haul and try on. I have this giant box here filled with all sorts of goodies that I ordered from Milani. I have not really used their products before. The only items I have used in the past have been lipsticks, and the lipsticks that I did get in this haul are formulas I've not tried, so everything here is new to me and I'm really excited to take a look at everything. I do want to mention that Milani's website is super awesome to shop. It was very easy to find things that I liked. Basically what I did is when I first got to their site, they had like this little quiz that you could take to find out what your skin tone is, and then they kind of give you recommendations based on your foundation shade you would be, and then kind of what your background in makeup is and your knowledge with makeup and how to apply it. And then they give you kind of like this little list of items that they would recommend for you, and then if you add them all to your cart, then you get 30% off your purchase. I don't know if that's an all the time thing, but it was definitely something going on when I was shopping, and so I did that. I added everything that they recommended to the cart, and then I also went through and continued shopping so that I can complete a full face for you guys. So this is a full face first impressions, and I'm really excited to jump right in. And what I think I'll do, rather than unbox everything or show you the haul and then apply makeup afterwards, I think I'm just going to take one thing out at a time and apply it as I go. I feel like that'll just kind of save some time, and this won't end up becoming like an hour-long video. So the items that I don't use for today, I'll still show you guys what I got, and then I'll probably use them in a future video. So the first thing we're going to start with today is a primer, and I chose the Prime Correct face primer that corrects redness. And that's what that looks like. So I do have quite a bit of redness. I don't know that it shows up too strongly on the camera, but it is there. So I think this will hopefully help with my redness. And it does say, let's see. So it color corrects, neutralizes redness, and minimizes the look of pores, which honestly, those are the main things I'm concerned about when it comes to a primer, is the redness and my pores. So everything is safety sealed, which is nice and appreciated. That was a little frustrating. For some reason, like the point, like the hole of it that it comes out was just super tiny. It was like nothing was coming out. So I used a pen to kind of pop it in. All right, so doesn't have too much of a scent to it. Do I notice a difference on the redness? No. But it does feel nice. I do think I noticed a difference in my pores a little bit. The pore part feels nice, and it doesn't feel greasy or oily on the skin, so I kind of like that texture of it. Yeah, I'm not noticing a difference too much on the redness. Let me put a little bit more where I'm especially red. I guess it's helping a little bit. It's kind of like counterproductive because I'm rubbing my face, which makes it get red. But I do like the feel of this primer. I don't notice a difference in the redness, but as far as a pore primer, I like it. All right, moving on to foundation. The foundation was actually one that was recommended to me from my little quiz I took. So it's the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in 00B Light. Now, I'm hoping that the foundation isn't too light for me. I have gotten a little bit of sun, and so I feel like my base color is shifting slightly to a darker shade, but I don't think it's actually there yet. I have had pretty good luck lately ordering foundation colors online, so I'm hoping that the streak still continues. Okay, it has a nice consistency. And I'm just gonna go in with like a beauty sponge. It does look like it's gonna be a little bit light. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little light, but it might, once it's all applied, might blend in nicely. I think I should have gone one shade darker. I feel like on camera it looks fine, but in person it seems a bit light. It has decent coverage. I do have some blemishes, like specifically around my neck area, and it seems to be doing a decent job covering them. It is kind of shiny looking. I typically like a matte finish, and I don't think this was listed as a matte finish foundation, so it's just kind of a personal preference, I think. All right, so it smells like paint, like what you would paint your walls with. We're gonna let that sit for a minute and then I'll blend it in. While that's sitting, I'll open up my powder because that's gonna come next. All right, so I have the Milani Make It Last setting powder in translucent light to medium. So that's what this container looks like. Okay, so it has like a little dial system on the cap, so you can dial in like how much you want it to dispense. All right, I'm gonna go in and blend this concealer now. I think if I end up liking this foundation and concealer, it's definitely going to be a strictly winter use. I did not anticipate it being so light and me getting some color. But with being home more, it's easier to get outside and enjoy being outside, so you end up getting, you know, even with sunscreen on, you end up getting some color. So, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and set with the powder. All right, so next up we're gonna go in with a bronzer that I will use to bronze and contour. So for bronzer, I have this Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in 02 Sun Kissed. And that's what that looks like. And I'm gonna go in with my Real Technique 003 brush. And this will definitely help warm up my foundation a little bit since it is so light. This will help kind of bring it back to where it should be. So that is the bronzer. I'm actually going to use the powder brush just to soften it a little bit. Make sure I don't have any harsh lines. It really looks nice on camera, like really nice on camera, I think. Maybe it'll look different when I'm playing it back, but on my monitor it looks fantastic. In person, it just feels like it really accentuates the texture. All right, next up we're gonna go in with blush. So this is the Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. I have heard a lot of good things about these blushes. People swear by them. And by people, I usually mean like other beauty YouTubers. If I'm not filming beauty videos, I'm watching them. I love this blush compact, like that really beautiful 3D rose is so pretty. So for highlight, I got the Milani Celestial Highlighter Palette. It's a multi-use highlighting palette for out of this world illumination. So it says a multi-dimensional glow. Each pan contains 3 shades swirled into one for an unparalleled multifaceted highlight. Dewy texture. The creamy formula melts into skin for glass-like shine. I don't know how I feel about that one. And then multi-use, apply on high points of cheekbones, bridge of the nose, or on collarbones for pops of luminosity. It does say keep out of eye area, so that's good to know. Sometimes, because I don't use a lot of highlight, I like to use highlight as like an eye topper, but this one I will not be able to do. All right, so for today's highlight, these are what the highlights look like. I don't even think I showed you guys. These are what the highlights look like. They're super, super pretty. So there's like a purpley one, a pinky one, and then kind of like a champagne. Oh, they are literally creamy. I did not realize that's what was about to happen. Oh, they are pigmented too. All right, well, I did not realize this because I've already set my powder. But those are the 3 shades. They're really pretty. So I'm just gonna apply it over my powder. And I think I'm gonna go in with Starry Moon. I'm gonna go in with Starry Moon. That's this guy here. And I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. Oh, they are literally like squishy. All right, guys, I will be right back. I have to let my dog out. I'm back. This highlight is gorgeous, even over my already powdered face. I did not realize how squishy it is. It's so squishy. All right, next up, I think we're gonna start working on the eyes. So I did purchase 2 eyeshadow palettes. So the first eyeshadow palette I probably won't be using on today's look, but it is the Milani Soft and Sultry eyeshadow palette. And then this is what it looks like inside, which I don't currently have a palette like this. So I figured this was a good one to get. I will swatch a couple of the colors for you guys. And for myself too, because I haven't seen this in action. Ooh, that one's really pretty. What one is that? Come Hither. So these are the 3 I just swatched. So this one down here is Come Hither. It almost has like a plummy shade to it. So I swatched Foxy Lady, Come Hither, and Sweeter Than Chocolate. And those are really pretty. They catch the light really nicely. So that is the palette I won't be using today, but I will be using in another look at another time. And then the palette that I'll actually be using today is the Milani Gilded Jade Hyperpigmented Eye and Face Palette. So that's what this looks like. Now this was the eyeshadow palette that they recommended for me when I filled out the quiz. And I don't have a palette that has greens in it, so I was definitely excited to try this one. I haven't done like a green look. These are really pretty. And this is what the palette looks like. So you get 9 eyeshadows and then 2 highlighters. I believe I forgot to purchase an eyeshadow primer, so I'll just use something that I already own. I could use a concealer, but I'm not a huge fan of using concealers as my primer. So we're gonna swatch Lagoon. Oh my gosh, that's heckin' beautiful. And then we're gonna swatch Try Me. That is definitely not a color I would typically wear, but that is gorgeous. It's kind of like almost like a peridot color. I'll show you guys in a moment. And then we're gonna swatch, let's swatch a matte. We're gonna swatch Edible. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, these are impressive. So these are those 3 swatches. Super beautiful. So the dark kind of turquoisey green color, that is Lagoon. Then that kind of peridot lime green color is Try Me. And then that beautiful chocolatey red brown is Edible. If I wasn't excited before to try this, I'm very excited now. And it is good to know that I have some powder highlight as well. I can maybe go in and intensify this highlight I have going, even though it's already pretty intense. Why not go all in? I'm gonna go in with my Pretty Vulgar primer. I do really like the way my shadows adhere to it. And I think since I have these greens that I would normally never do, we're gonna do a nice dramatic look today. Okay, so back to using Grounded. And I'm just sweeping this over the entire eye and into the crease and kind of up into the brow bone area. All right, and we're gonna go in with a smaller floofy brush, and we're gonna go in with the color Jaded, and we're gonna do this on the crease and kind of blend a little bit up into the brow bone area. Okay, these have some fallout, so keep that in mind. Alright, this time I tapped it off and it did not have fallout, so just have to be careful with them. They do show up really nicely though, they do have some good pigment. Alright, so I'm going to use the same brush again, and I'm going to go in with the color That's Deep, and this I'm going to focus on the outer corner and into the crease. Now I'm going to go in, with Edible a little bit, and I'm going to kind of smoke that in How do we want to do this? I'm gonna kind of really concentrate it on the outer corner and into the lash line, upper lash line. I'm gonna use kind of like a smudgy brush for that. I'm gonna kind of deepen up that crease too with the same edible color. Alright, I'm gonna go back in with the brush I was using earlier on That's Deep and just kind of blend those a little bit. And then I may actually go into Edible again with this same brush. Really get it into that crease. I like the way it's working with that greenish color to really deepen it up and give kind of a smoky look. Alright, next, just make sure that it's nice and blended. Could probably use a little bit more blending, but I can do that in a little bit. I want to get some more colors going. We're going to go in with Try Me. I'm going to use my finger, so I'm going to apply this to the inner corner of my eye. That like really changed the look just by putting that one color on. And then I'm gonna go in again with my finger into Lagoon, and I'm gonna kind of connect this dark out with the lime green and just kind of like basically put it on the center of my eye. It's almost like a peacocky thing going on here. I think what I'm gonna do, the Try Me is really pretty, but it's just a little much. It's a little lime green. So I'm gonna go in to Jaded and kind of blend those two together. I'll use this brush I have here. Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Kind of pull in that green because it kind of pulls almost yellow by itself. I'm gonna go in to Edible again and just kind of tap that out in the corner. And then I'm gonna blend it in with Lagoon with a brush. I would say these shadows are really nice. They're just on the verge of being a little powdery for my taste, but they do have really nice pigment. They show up really well. They blend decently. I have had better blending shadows, but no real complaints. Okay, now I'm gonna go in to my lower lash line with That's Deep, Edible, and a little bit of Jaded on the inner. Kind of just recreating this look we have going on up above, down below. This is a very intense look. I know I said I was going to go dramatic, but I don't even think I realized how dramatic I was going to go until I'm here. Alright, and then I'm just going to do a little pop of Try Me directly in the inner corner. Alright, next, I think the eyes are pretty much done. I might go through and just do a little bit of more blending with a clean brush around the edges. I like that. That looks really nice. Very dramatic and smoky, but with color. Next up, I think I'm gonna go in with brows. So I got the Milani Hooked on Espresso Stay Put. Oh no, this is eyeliner, which I actually am gonna use this too. I guess I can do this before I do brows. All right, so here's the eyeliner, and here it is open. And I'm just gonna apply this to the upper lash line. And then I did get another eyeliner that I would like to try in my waterline, and that is this Metallic Lights eyeliner in shade 01. This is what the pencil looks like. It's like a nude champagne-y color, and I'm going to do this on the waterline. That's really pretty. So now we're gonna go in brows. And I got the Milani Stay Put Brow Sculpting Pencil in medium brown. That's what the package looks like. All right, so it has a pencil on one end, kind of like a line pencil on one end, and then a spoolie on the other, which I do love me a spoolie. And we're just gonna go in and apply the brows. Boy, this really glides on. And then I'm just going to use my spoolie part. I really like this brow pencil. It's really nice. Okay, next up we are going to use, oh, before I move on, I did also purchase this Milani Stay Put eyeliner. It's a new color, 03 Duchess. So it's like a really pretty purple color. So I will eventually use that one. I really like purple with my brown eyes. I think it really makes the brown pop, so that'll be really nice in the future. So next up we're gonna do our mascara, and I am starting with, it's the Violet One Lash Primer, and this is what the packaging looks like. And it says it's a primer. You're supposed to use it with mascara. It preps, conditions, and hydrates the lashes. It's flower powered with violet jasmine wax. It boosts the results of your favorite mascara, instantly adding length and volume. And it says the violet formula allows black pigments to pop, so you will get like a deeper, more like intense black from your mascara. I really love the purple component. Ooh, that's interesting. I was expecting like a deep purple for some reason, but it's like super light. So we'll do a coat of this and a coat of the mascara. Kind of goes on a little thick, but I'm sure that's just going to help the mascara application. So the mascara I got to try out is the Lash Trifecta. It lengthens, curls, and separates. And this is what that looks like. And this is what the brush looks like. So let's try this guy out. Alright, I don't know how I feel about the mascara or the primer. I think that's as good as they're gonna get, especially since I'm gonna be putting on lashes anyway. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna apply the glue to my lash line. That is such a better way to apply lashes. These lashes are intense, but boy do I like them. Okay, next up, lips. So I have 3 lipsticks to choose from. I have one formula I have already used. It's the Color Statement lipstick in shade 61, which is Matte Naked. So this is going to be more of a nude color. And then I have 2 Amore Satin Matte lip creams. One in 07 Classic, which is this guy here, which is a little bit more of a mauve-y color. And then the other one is in 09 Velvet, which is a little bit more of a terracotta color. I think with this look, I think I'm gonna lean towards this mauve-y color because it's gonna be a little more nude for me. And then the other thing I did purchase that I have not tried yet, that I will not try today, is the Milani Green Goddess Transforming Lip Balm. Actually, you know what? I might put this on now just so you guys can see it. So this is apparently one of those that goes on, like the balm looks green, but then when you apply it, it transforms to a pink specific to your skin or your pH or whatever. This does have a cannabis sativa seed oil in it, which calms, nourishes, and protects, which is all the rage right now. Like literally all the skincare lines that are coming out are all cannabis sativa CBD oil and all that, so I don't really care. Like it's not something that I'm like super excited about or you know, researching and trying to get all the things, but I figured I'd try this lip balm. It has a nice like kind of almost minty scent. So this is what it looks like. So you can see it has that green color, and then apply it to the lips. Oh, it's really pretty, and it gives like a nice pink color, which obviously with this look isn't what I'm really going for, but it's like a really nice summery lip balm. So I will definitely be using this, just not today or with this look. I'm gonna wipe that off. Now we'll go in with the one I picked, which was 07 Classic, and this is the matte satin lip cream, and we're just gonna go for it. And it has a really nice smell. It almost smells like chocolate. It's not really a nude color, but I really like the lip color. Okay, we have one last thing, but before I do that, I just kind of want to clean up my space a little bit. Okay, the last item that I will be using today is the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Spray, or Finish Setting Spray. So this might help me with my foundation issues. This might help mattify it. Alright, so it says shake me and spray 10 inches from the face. I'm going to do a couple. There we go. I don't know if that was 10 inches from the face. It smelled really nice. It had a really nice fine mist. I like the way it applied. I didn't get like little droplets all over. Usually I'll get little droplets that I have to go through and clean up with my blender. This is a really nice look. It's like one of those, I wish there was a reason for me to wear my makeup like this, just to go out grocery shopping. I mean, I guess I could, and you know, people do, but it's not something I normally do. Alright, okay, so guys, what do you think? This is our final look. I am digging it. The eyeshadow is so pretty. I feel super glamorous. I am really happy with Milani Makeup, I'm not gonna lie. My foundation is not quite my shade, and I'm not sure I'm really in love with the formula, but the eyebrow pencil, the eyeliners, I really liked. The highlighter, like that jelly highlighter, turned out really nice. Like I was not expecting to like that one so much, but love it. The blush was really nice. The bronzer, really liked. The only thing I was not a huge fan of was the mascara or the primer. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm going to look into that a little bit further and see if I can figure out which one I did or did not like. Love the lipstick. The eyeshadows are very pigmented. They worked really well. They could have been a little less powdery and blended a little bit better, but honestly, for the price point, the palette worked beautifully. So yeah, this is a really fun look. I'm really glad I went with glam today. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!